name is Kabir. Today we're going to talk about the Senkaku Islands, which is also named as the Diaoyu Islands. These islands are located in the East China Sea. There are three countries in a dispute, which is named China, Japan, and Taiwan. There are positive resources on the islands which make it a bigger battle because there is oil, gas, and fishing for Japan. So this island is 7 kilometers squared, and it is 170 kilometers away from Japan, 170 kilometers away from Taiwan, and 330 kilometers away from China.
So now about the island's history. China has been controlling major parts of the territory for a long time. The Chinese people once found the islands in the 1600s. Tokyo controlled the islands until World War in 1945, but then lost the islands because they also lost the fight. Now Japan also has its reasons for wanting the islands. During World War II, they occupied the islands and took control of the South China Sea. After 1945, when China lost the islands, Japan took control of them but gave them back in 1972. They keep arguing about the Senkaku Islands, and once the one country has it in their power, the other one is always likely to respond violently.
Okay, so our research question is, how should the East China Sea island dispute be resolved? I really want to find out who will get the islands. Of course, the country who gets the Senkaku Islands will make more money, but make more money through the resources of the island. But the city who gets it, their land will expand a few kilometers. And not only they have to sell the resources to the other countries, but also to their own country as well. Another important reason is that they have access to the sea, which is good for fishing.
The first country we'll be talking about is China. They feel entitled to the Diaoyu Islands because they found the islands first. They can make more products and make more use of the Diaoyu Islands. Another reason is because the islands are in the East China Sea. In addition, China has a bigger population, therefore maybe they can get people to live on the islands. China also claimed it first in the 20s.
I think Japan feels entitled to these islands because Japan is expert in catching fish and mostly all the fish comes from there. It has also been claimed from Japan first, so they think they have the most rights over these islands, so they therefore are talking ownership. Japan had won the war between China and Japan, and Japan won. They had also occupied the island and took control of the East China Sea. The islands are really close from the island, only about 170 kilometers away. If I had to choose a country to get the islands, it would be Japan, simply because it would probably need them. In 2011, Japan had a very hard time surviving the big earthquake which followed the tsunami. They would deserve to have more resources like land, fish, oil, and gas. Of course, they would make more money if they sold the fish, oil, and gas to other countries, or so. And with more land, they have more space to build factories or anything they would need. Of course, there is a risk if Japan would get the islands, because it would annoy China very much and they might respond violently. Also, Japan has most likely to be threatened by China even if they continue controlling parts of the South China Sea. Besides the negative parts of controlling the islands, Japan would have the islands for longer since they lost the islands a few times.
Thank you.